Hello, hello, beautiful people of the internet. Hello, Broad Metallic 2, Antioian, Sir Kells, Fulio, Corvus Korak, Not Delusional, Dr. Vishnevsky. Hello, hello, welcome one and all. Are we the good guys, or are we the Briggies? Or were the Briggies the good guys all along? And we finally found what is correct and good in this world. All right, so last time we, after a while of figuring out builds, as expected, got off to a nice little start. I think we must have spawned here in Kravlund, and yeah, that's right. We had a couple days where we went kind of a wrong direction, didn't have any fights at all. It was looking a little bit like, ugh, I hate the way that this is starting. But then we managed to get some pretty good fight density all along the road on the way down to where we are currently. We even found a fight against some Briggies here in this forest here from having spawned over there. So this could be a future Briggy Alley. We like these areas that are nearby where, you know, brigand outposts are, because they're spawning patrols, and the random brigand fights alongside peasants and caravans are how we finally get just enough gold to be able to eventually afford the map nerd. Falsters, good morning. Yeah, my voice is still a little crumbly, a little you know, whatever. I'm gonna be doing some singing with some friends later today. We'll see how that goes. More info to come on that in the future. Anyway. But yeah, we're off to a good start. We've hit level 2 on, is it everyone now? Hey, it is. And that's pretty good. I think the most exciting levels for this squad, though, are definitely going to be level 2 and level 3. Excuse me, level 3 and level 4. For the second tier and third tier perks. Strength in numbers is so good. And I'm pretty sure we're just going to take it on literally everybody next level. Most likely. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. And it's for good reason. It's a very good perk. Now, I think we actually had an event fire last stream. So last event, day 0, I think is incorrect. But I don't remember for sure what it was or when it was. In any case, we're mostly focused on just beating up the peasantry and not too worried about exactly optimizing for the next event fire. So that's fine. And so, without further ado, I suppose we should get rocking and rolling, getting ready to fight this group of peasants. Hope everyone's having a good morning. I hope if you're still on your vacation or holiday, that it's going well. It's always weird when the day after New Year's or Christmas is like a Friday. Okay, so what we're hoping from these peasants, just in general, is to see peasants that have like real armors on. And by real, I mean, you know, something that's better than the linen tunics that they have right here. The other thing we're hoping to get from peasants is these little butter knives, specifically so that we can get those armors in the future. Is it possible to see a peasant champion? It would be so funny, famed pitchfork. It is not, actually. Hey, get him, Mystic Nemo. So I like this starting spot because, actually, I guess this guy won't run up. Because he can't. Yeah, whatever. You've learned not to take PTO during Christmas/New Year's because everyone else takes PTO and no one works anyway. Your work is collaborative and project-based, so that means there's just not a lot urgent to work on for 2 weeks or so. Yeah. That makes complete sense to me. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like since not a lot of people are working in this time, if a lot of what you do is collaborative, then what you gonna do? No, didn't get our stun. Same thing in your country, nothing happens in the office. Yeah, I mean it depends on the area you work in and stuff, I suppose. We did get a feathered hat here. I guess that wasn't something I was thinking about as far as loot we could get, but hey, that's one of them. The feathered hat, of course, being better than the headscarves. I might even just put one on. I think this is fixed up enough that I think we'd like to wear it. So we'll go and unequip to save tools, and then continue our adventures down the road. This will be a really interesting squad to run because compared to the previous one, where, you know, you're dealt the hand, or you play the hand you're dealt, right? So in the last run, we had a lot of brothers with Nimble, and in this run, we have very few. Now, probably, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much this is different from vanilla in that regard, but like, Battleforge is still going to be stronger later and Nimble better early, but we're going to have lots and lots of brothers with heavy armor, or even just flexible, where we're pumping initiative, and we're going to equip relatively heavy armor. That'll make this squad a tricky one, I think, to build. Okay, so something curious here. This caravan's going this direction from Eichholz. I guess that is interesting. All right. So if that's from this noble house, though, we'll need to be careful as we move south here. Hop into the woods for a potential deserter event? Maybe. Whew. You're watching the VOD and notice you have a lot of brothers with flail. Will there be a lot of flail bros? There will be none, actually. I don't know that I think the flail is as good as other weapons. One-handed flail, anyway. Two-handed flails are great, but we're not really going to be building many two-handed brothers. So we do have a lot of brothers with flail mastery, and maybe I should have considered it for some brothers, but I don't know. I feel like the choices I made, I agree with. It's not like the one-handed flails are bad, but they're not, I don't know, they're not quite there. George Rockland, hello, hello. All right, let's see what these three caravan hands have. I suppose there's no need to scoot and shoot, really. Yeah, not bad, not good. Something sufficiently confusing. I think we'll just chill right here. They didn't move far enough, and we can't shoot them with a sling. Now, they might be hanging back like we've observed from vanilla. Oh, no. Nope. Here they come. Let's see. So we already passed the turn up here. But is it only there? No, these two brothers also pass the turn. Okay, maybe I just shield wall and chill here. Probably that's the play. Let's maybe try to bring some of these brothers with reach weapons down here. Okay. So now let's let them run at us. The gap has been closed. Do you think that if ever there will be a next DLC to Battle Brothers, will there be horses and cavalry weapons? You know what's funny is there's someone in the Overhyped Discord that used to ask one of the like contract helper programmer type people, who's also a modder. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful human. Anyway, used to ask him all the time if there would be horses, because they do reference horses in some of the writing. Anyway, I used to annoy the hell out of him. I just think it's very funny. I doubt that there will be horses. Squigs, hello, hello. I think we'll go for the stun here. Alright, so we're gonna have Tech Fiend shield wall for sure, considering he's, you know, where he's located in the shape. And the fact that he's got these pierced arm muscles. Deciding if I want to have like Falsers here, bring the Chaucer here and shield wall. We could get some shield wall adjacency here. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so we got that stun, and then we've got shield walls going here and here. So let's get some shield wall adjacency buffs there. Back-to-back Slurgy morning streams. You love to see it. You love to see it. But that's unfair. Goblins can ride on wolves. Why can't we? Hey, life's just not fair. That's just true. Okay. But yeah, I think the devs probably aren't going to do any like DLCs. I think that's true. I don't know if I'd go so far as to say they're done with the game. I mean, they did just put out this patch, right? But gave that guy the power of music. No DLC, I understand, but what about Battle Brothers 2? Well, Overhype is currently working on Menace, so maybe after Menace, maybe. Yeah, and I think my understanding of the content from the Abandoned Village is that it was actually like something that had been in the works for longer than people realized, and it was almost complete content that was cut for the Flesh and Faith DLC. Okay. All these little caravan fights helping get the team in a good spot. Apologies again for the nose sniffles. Okay. So I do want to use bludgeons basically everywhere and whenever possible. Bludgeons are just an excellent weapon. Probably just use it instead of the Skirmish Axe. Yeah, probably. Crackalack, it is !Q space join. If you'd like to be one of the bros we find along the road. Okay, so we might run into, yeah, I was gonna say one of the cities we are hostile to, and we did. It's right there. And yeah, I apologize for making the queue subscribers only, but it's a nice way of saying thanks to those who have subscribed, and also a way of ensuring those who are regular viewers have the opportunity to get in on the action. Alright. Another nice little trading caravan here. We'll go ahead and blow it up. I should probably equip some of these bandages too. Should just have that on all of the polearm guys. And then, you know, maybe Antiwian should. Well, I don't know. I guess the loot having the 100% stun chance on knockout is actually kind of good. What do you think about a Battle Brothers auto battler? Kind of like backpack battles where you progress your squad every round and give orders for the auto fight? I mean, I think it would need to be like a kind of different game for that to work. Obviously, we have the Battle Brawls, which are a ton of fun. Carskin, thank you for the gift subs. That is extremely generous, and I very much appreciate it. Also, welcome to the queue. Hopefully, may luck be in your favor. Alright, we also get this thick tunic, which I have not been wearing, apparently. I must have just marked that for repair. I guess the same thing with this rugged surcoat. What am I doing? I've got just a little bit of gear I need to properly equip here. Gear upgrades that I'm not even using. What is going on? What am I doing? Who have I become? Metawrecker, hello, hello, good morning. Alright. I think that's pretty good, so let's go ahead and take out these caravan hands. This will be a slightly bigger fight. Got a cute little hill up here, might be able to make use of. Okay. Matt Late Mistletoe. Very nice, like, seasonal name. Yeah, I like the idea of getting up on this high ground. The tricky thing about high ground is the enemy's pretty good at avoiding it. Where, they'll engage, like, right at this hex, and then you have to jump down anyway. And it sometimes doesn't really help against, like, the intelligent enemies, the humans. High grounds are much better for, like, beasts and undead. So let's see. I guess it could just be these 3 caravan hands. It could have been 2 and 4, based on the numbers at the start. This kind of makes me inclined to move up 1 hex, where they only get 1 attack with a caravan hand with the dagger, which he will take. Then I can grab this high ground here. So we can move the shield wall front line just like to here kind of thing. I think that seems good. So actually maybe I'll move Curseword to here. Okay, so I'll do something like this. Perfect. So he takes the low hit chance attack and is just gonna get blown up. And now that there's melee contact, these guys will move more aggressively. Still passively though, because they are caravan hands. The Chaucer, good morning. Howdy, howdy. Okay, probably should be able to take him out. And can. Most likely we're just gonna sit here and wait for these two to approach us. Feels like that's gonna be the play. Could we have a designated loot bro this run? Probably won't. But we might have, I don't know, maybe. I'm not sure yet. We might have a bro that plays the loot in a lot of the fights though. This run is your favorite way to play Battle Brothers and fight in real life. Frontline shields and holding the line. Reach weapons and archers, annihilating enemies. Yeah, it's a classic, right? And fight in real life. Should we reflect on that? Are you a medieval warrior, Corvus Gorak? Were you born in the wrong era? Alright, so this guy ended his turn. That makes me really tempted to jump down and try to just blow him up. You do bow hurt? Is that like... This is gonna sound like a dumb question, but is that LARPing? I know what LARPing is. I don't know what bow hurt is. Oh. There's a hype train, very exciting. Friend that introduced you to D&D also did combat-y LARPing. Yeah, there used to be people that did it on the campus of the college I went to. And I would see them do it. And it looked cool. I'm gonna be honest. They always looked like they were genuinely having a lot of fun. Because I think they were. It is why it looked like that, because it was. But I never did partake. Mystic Nemo, don't miss. Bard is fighting in full armor and real weapons? Real weapons? Hey, you got this guy running. Do I try to dagger down this guy then? Looks insane. I watched a mini tournament at STCC one year. That sounds insane. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do here is take out this guy while we have the full surround here. The idea being... Alright, never mind. I was going to say, the idea being that we get his morale to break with as much negative morale modifiers on him as possible. But we already got there. They have an MMA cage ring for some tournaments? What is this? This is crazy. I'm sure you've already encountered this, but you found a tactician yesterday with Shield Sergeant. It's pretty fun. All shield bros start combat with shield wall engaged. Then when you do a shield activity, every brother... Yeah, I've never... See, that second clause that you just described, MetaWrecker, I've seen that in the description, and I remember it being there. But I don't know what that looks like. Like, when everyone does a shield push, is it just like chaos on the battlefield? I mean, it sounds fun. I'm just gonna take all of that. But yeah, I was hoping to have a tactician, not 3, but a tactician specifically to take Shield Sergeant. Starting out with Shield Wall is just really nice for that opening volley of arrows that make their way to your squad, so. A friend of yours has done LARPing for 30 years. They have a huge group that's divided into 3 or 4 different factions. They do physical combat for a season. Whoever comes out on top is the ruling class for the next season. You have to pick a king. He's been king many times. It's very unique. I mean, there's like several hundred people to do this. Yeah, it's a wide. You know, the thing is like one of the cool things about living in the era that we live in, this day and age, as it were, is damn, can you find a lot of people doing a lot of different stuff. And I mean that in the most neutral way possible. Like, if you as an individual feel like you have some weird niche thing you really like, tactical RPGs, you can find your community, you can find your tribe. It's kind of cool. You're no longer limited to just the basic things that are from your, you know, the people local to your area. Pretty cool. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and play our unequipped game, as we do. Okay. I like that I can find Slurgy playing this weird medieval text game. I mean, right? Right? Exactly. Post a video in Discord of Armored Fighting so you can check it out later. Okay, yeah, I will do that. I'm very curious. Okay, I am curious where this road goes, if that just goes to another city or... This map is kind of an interesting, like, snake road pattern. I was originally worried we'd have a split map where there were like 2 distinct road networks, which is the absolute worst thing that can happen for this type of run. And actually kind of in general. It just always sucks a little bit. But it is not a split map. Actually, this looks like a pretty good map. Pretty good seed as far as the roads are concerned. All right, so this faction is... Oh, is there... Yeah, so I think Darkso added a new colorization to factions that are unfriendly. So they're not... They don't hate me yet. They're not going to attack on sight, but... it's kind of hard to see over the clouds, but that's not quite white. It's not white text. I'm curious what these footprints are. Let's quickly check out if... Alright, so this is a terminal stop. Let's see what these footprints are. It may be something that we just aren't going to participate in whatsoever. Alright, so Briggy's fighting a noble army. You know, this could be interesting. Depending on the outcome of this fight, we may be able to clean up whoever wins. Now, it's probably going to be the noble army, but if they win with just a few units left... Spooky. Ugh, excuse me. It would be a spooky fight, that's for sure. Let's at least see how the battle's going. Nah, it looks like the Briggies are just getting smashed. Oh, Hunter Shack. Oh yeah, it looks like they basically just cleaned house. All right. Yeah, actually, the Chelsea looks like he may be right. The noble house didn't lose anyone. Okay. Every once in a while, you know, these combats aren't like truly simulated. They're based on just like, there's a weird tit for tat point value system that's esoteric, and I don't even know the details, and you don't need to know it. Except that the outcome you expect to happen, if it were real, is not necessarily what will actually happen. In any case, the noble army cleaned up anyway. And yeah, we're not going to do this Hunter's Shack. We're not ready for this quite yet. But this is the type of camp that, you know, I don't know, we'll do at some point. One thing I could do now that the mood is higher is actually, let's get a fresh ambition going. You're surprised Reforged and Darkso haven't redone that yet? Oh, like actually simulate the battles? Man, I think the amount of like computational intensity and just the amount of programming for minimal gain that wouldn't be visible to the player is probably just low on their priority list. I mean, I think it's I don't know. I'm not surprised, I guess. I think they've just got higher priorities. Got day 12, similar fight on your run, 1 billman plus 1 crossbow or something was sweet. Oh yeah. So that's the dream, right? That's exactly the dream. Two to 3 nachos. There's experience in these nachos. I'd like to experience some nachos. So let's do it. Alright, so Tech Fiend is no longer injured. Do I want to swap his weapon? I think the answer is yes, and I think we give him a bludgeon. Oh, I pressed the sword button. It's not that bad, though. Okay. We're alright. The sort button was pressed, and it was sad, but it's fine. Okay. Again, apologies for the sniffling. If that's annoying to you, I'm sorry. But I want to keep playing Battle Brothers. Okay. One little nacho. Just saw the end of the last run in the VOD. Good luck, man. That was a good squad. It was a good squad. Thank you, Ragged Edge 82. This is a pretty nice looking squad too. All right, all tier 1s. You love to see it. What mod is this? This is Hardened. So the very bottom one there. So it is a take on the Reforged overhaul mod. Keeps the spirit of Battle Brothers more or less intact. Interesting. But shakes some things up. We're going to keep scooting and shooting. We want to make sure the start of this engagement goes well. Play some more music. I'm gonna scoot and shoot one more time. And then I'm guessing they will close the gap. We need more ranged weapons? We need more ranged weapons. Choppy Cat is absolutely right. Yeah, we're doing a lot more scooting and not a lot of shooting. I'm gonna save fatigue on Antivian. I'd rather have him use the loot as a blunt weapon. Yeah, I think we keep backing up. I like the combat log is just... Anyway. Very, very quiet combat log. Well, that's a more interesting shape that they ended up in. If they're going to do the same thing if I back up one more time, I wonder if it's a good idea to push forward now. We should be able to get an opportunity to do 2 stuns here, 2 stuns on this guy, and attack. No attacks from the polearms though, which sort of sucks. But we've got enough armors that, like, I think as long as Tech Fiend is the one at this hex, I think we're okay. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Actually, I guess Antiwing could go up and go for a stun as well. That's probably a good idea. I guess he doesn't have a shield though. All the other bros that are going to make contact are going to have a shield. Now let's just play music. Just 1 extra stun. Alright, cool. Alright, got both stuns. That's excellent. So I don't want them to die though, right? I want this guy to take his turn first. So I'm actually very intentionally not going to attack with Mystic Nemo. Okay. Okay. All right. Clean. Had to do a little goofy stuff at the beginning, but clean. Nothing but experience. And it is a beast fight for eventually, distant future, getting the scout. Did you ever let him eat on purpose to get more EXP? I mean, I feel like by the time you can do that, you don't care about experience that much. I don't know. Like in that fight, I don't think I'd let him eat on purpose. Just because the risk of the damage from a T2 Nacho probably just isn't worth it. I'm not sure though. I'm not confident in that statement, but it seems probably not worthwhile. But it is something that should be keeping in mind, for sure. Kept in mind? Kept in mind. Was that message written by Nacho, right? Yeah, we did have a lot of stuns, that's the thing, right? So, exactly. Okay, so we can at least do this one. Bust a random camp. That's an ambition that we can actually complete. Hashtag not a nacho. Sounds like something a nacho would say. Okay, interesting. So where are the southern cities? Since there's no road, unless there's a road going off this way. Or maybe this goes... Huh. Let's see if this road continues on. Or if it just goes to like a resource location. Just a resource location. Huh. Not sure what to make of that. Ah, speaking of events, an event, a road event. It's tools. Not bad. It's not a bro. Last event, day 6. But hey, we'll take it. Free tools in the early game is welcome. The fact that this road continues on straight and doesn't fork over to, you know, the southern cities area of the map is weird. It makes me think that this road here maybe scoops down south. So let's head that way. I don't think we've seen a single southern city-state caravan yet. Which maybe isn't too surprising even under normal circumstances, considering we started at the very top of the map, but it's an observation. Quite curious. Yeah, we'll take a peek over on like this mountain here. Maybe there'll be a small group of briggies or... No, okay. I was gonna say small group of briggies or nomads maybe we'd want to fight, but there's not, so we won't. There were a couple other battles that happened here. I don't know if that was just the Nachos fighting. Possibly also this is a Briggy Alley. Okay. Do you often play with Unexplored? I always play Unexplored. What I found in like vanilla Battle Brothers, regular standard run Battle Brothers, is that if part of my initial analysis when I load into a campaign for the first time is who's going to be my enemy, and I can make that determination right from the beginning for like, you know, quickly ramping up, I found that that took away something from the game of like, is this attack worth it, right? So if I were attacking, like I saw a juicy caravan early on, I might want to attack it, and I'd get a lot out of it. But maybe I cut off a major T3 city from the edge of the map where I'd want to make like a major trade hub later on. And if I play Unexplored, then I don't know, you know, whether I can safely do that attack, and it basically slows me down. Nexcider, hello, hello. Okay, so we have a somewhat bigger fight here. Our first caravan guard. Caravan guard numero uno. Very exciting. Hopefully we can dagger him down. We haven't gotten that many daggers yet. So like, we'll see. We'll see. So now he just decided to make everyone his enemy? I mean, yeah, true. That's basically exactly what I did, actually. Alright, let's equip this rugged surcoat on someone. Trying your best on Hardened and getting absolutely destroyed by RNG. Any lack of skill. Battle Brothers can be brutal. Hardened, vanilla, doesn't matter. And lack of skill, yeah, that can happen. Okay. Got a cute little high ground hex we can maybe put Mystic Nemo on. They've got a bunch of high ground hexes. They're going to make them probably approach us strangely. Okay, so here's their guard. He's got a falchion. Somewhat spooky weapon, but not super spooky. If we're able to get a full surround, we might be able to dagger him down. Maybe. But we'll see. We'll probably just have to blow him up. But who knows? I mean, we got these hatchets here too, which are maybe not threatening exactly as much as like, what's the word? High variance. So we'll have to be careful around those as well. He does have a proper shield, yeah. We want the shield as, you know, we want the shield, and the nice thing is, even if we dagger him down, whether we dagger him down or not, we'll probably get the shield. So, nice to see the run is blossoming. The run is blossoming. Okay, so I want to make sure we keep this high ground hex. And we're going to have them run at us. This guy can reach us next turn and attack. I doubt he will. But I'm going to rearrange to kind of be ready to catch him. Yeah, we probably won't eagle it up down there. Same thing with Sir Kells. And I don't think I'm going to shield wall yet. Tech Fiend, I think we want to have be the one engaging this Caravan Guard. He's got 9 lives, he's got the best armor. So we're going to kind of leave him at the top part of the formation. Also on Foe G, we do have Between the Ribs. So if we get the opportunity for a proper surround, could be good. So this guy might move up and attack. I think if he does, we're okay with that. We're not shield walling right now. We're not going to be able to shield wall everyone that he could attack, so I'm just going to hold off. Okay. I maybe could have attacked with the sling on that guy, but didn't. Let's see. I'm gonna hold on the Chaucer. Just want to see where these guys go first. Yeah, okay. Interesting, this guy didn't shield wall, he just waited. I'm a little tempted to put Tech Fiend here. This Caravan Hand would probably engage him, though. Am I okay with that? Maybe. Could also bring Falsers here, shield wall. Tech Fiend here, shield wall. I just don't want to give this Caravan Guard any other better options. Let's just move Tech Fiend. We take 9 lives and use 9 lives for a reason. I don't think we need to go for a stun. We just beat the crap out of that guy. I still have the Greed Dream is alive, as you might expect. Okay, definitely gonna play the battle song. Don't want Tech Fiend to lose confident from getting an adjacency check. Okay. Now they might try to destroy his shield, which will be fine-ish. Fine-ish, if they do that. We'll be able to get a surround on this guy and try to stun him. So then with Sir Kells... no, maybe I just attack this guy. Oof. Alright. Okay. Still go for stun here. Could push with Falsers. Can also push with Curse Word. I mean, I kind of want to. Right, it reduces the surround here and here. So it relieves pressure from Tech Fiend. Yeah, I don't know, that just seems right. He's got Phalanx, so we need to, like, not let him start his turns with Shield Wall. And we can do that by canceling his Shield Wall. Like we just did. So do I re-shield wall on Falsers? Or do I save the fatigue? Ready to push, my lord? You did a good job. Push him away. No, I mean, I think Tech Fiend can take quite a bit. Let's just move Falsers to here. I'm still sort of keeping the dream alive of daggering this guy down, but I think I have to just be real. It's unlikely that that's the way this fight goes. Okay, going for the shield destruction. Maybe if we show him the power of music, we might. We might show him the power of music. He's got 2 exploit opening stacks right now. Okay, Curse Word we're going to bring up to here because we're going to have Eagledub do this attack. So do I save fatigue on Antiwian? No, I don't think so. Okay. And I don't think I go for a stun because I think we're going to want to shield wall with Tech Fiend again next turn. Like, we just want to keep this bro's fatigue high. We should be able to blow up this guy. We're probably going to need to get one more turn of shield wall. That helps. So we'll take a step back, that way Eagledub can walk up and attack here. Although... yeah, I think I don't put Curse Word here. I don't want Curse Word to be able to be hit by this Falchion, not with his light armor. Right, he's got like no defenses, not much hit points. No defensive perk like 9 lives, so we can't move him up yet. Did not hit the stun. Falsers, we're just gonna chill. Who should go for the stun here? Probably the Chaucers, he's just got more fatigue to work with. Okay, so we really need to kill this guy or stun him, right? One or the other. Because we don't want this Caravan Guard to start out with shield wall because of Phalanx. Let's go for the stun. Didn't get it. How's the grind to 7 going? Not too bad, Trash Comps. Not too bad. Hope you're doing well. I really want to attack this guy. I mean, I could step down. Okay. Oh my goodness. Moves here to do a riposte. Starting the turn with shield wall next round, unless we kill this guy. So we'll be able to get 2 attacks in. Oh my goodness, this is actually really bad. So we need to go for a push on both Tech Fiend and Falsers, which will push him here. So we can't put Foji here. But if we just blow up this Caravan Hand, that does the trick as well. So we've got to wait on Foji. Eagledub gets an attack. Hey, alright, good. This guy's not going to start with his fast adaptation. That's really important. Give him more exploit opening stacks? I mean, that is kind of what that does. Oh, no, he did riposte. Oh, no, 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 I forgot about riposte. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, I forgot about riposte. I forgot he did that. Oh, riposte is down. And he lost his exploit opening stacks. Okay, so if we attack him down... No, man, he can still do 2 attacks of the Falchion. I mean, we gotta go for the push. On both Falsers and Tech Fiend. So we just surround as much as possible. We go for the stun with Antiwian. Could this kill Antiwian in 2 attacks? Only 2 headshots, right? Pretty close to just 2 attacks, huh? How does he have 40 defense from just shield wall? Yeah, he should just have 30, right? Oh, That's a good question. I feel like it should just be 30. Yeah, it's probably just a visual bug after losing riposte. I think you're right, Choppy Cat. Because riposte would grant 10. Oh no, he still has riposte. Why is that still set as... Wait, no. No, he loses the effect. I don't know. So do I move Antiwian here? I think... Yes. Easy. Power music, baby. That's the power of music. So we're going to get the full surround on this guy. Wait till his turn comes and then stun him again. Do I destroy his shield? I want the shield is the thing. But I want it, you know? He has it. I want it. Do I want his armor more, though? That's true. We do have wooden shields at home. It's not that much different, really. 13 melee defense compared to 15. Makes us much more likely to hit both stuns and punctures. Maybe that's the play. Maybe we destroy the shield. Can we one-shot it? I don't know. Probably not. Probably have to attack it twice. Yeah, we have to do it twice. I don't know. We have so many attempts to stun. I'm not sure if this is right. Okay. Oh, that's the one we really wanted to hit. Okay, have to go for the stun. Got it. Because Curse Word has to back up. Yeah, we don't have a stun on Eldazare. I think we do have a puncture, though. Gave him the power of music. Let's leave the bludgeon out on the Chaucer. No, come on, Foji. You've got between the ribs. It's important. Okay, stun him again. It's exhausting trying to puncture this guy. Bandage on Curse Word? Oh. Shit. Oh, it's too late this round anyway. Okay. There we go. There, Foji got him. Whew. A little bit spicy because I made a mistake, right? I forgot he had used Riposte, and nearly paid for it. Yikes, that would have been depressing. We did not get the hat, which sucks. We wanted the hat real bad, but the padded leather, still, chef's kiss. Excellent. Made a mistake in not bandaging afterwards as well. No excuse for those kind of mistakes. There's no reason to make them. There's absolutely no reason to make those kind of mistakes. I mean, there is. You forget. But there shouldn't be. Okay, and I'm actually going to give this armor to Fulio. The idea there is that Fulio is a brother that, since he has 9, we're going to put into dangerous positions in the first place. So we're putting the best armor on him to also put him in the dangerous spot so that we can have this brother and this brother absorb a bunch of hits as necessary, if necessary. Hopefully won't be necessary, but could be. Okay. Bear Claw holding on by threads. Yeah, it kind of is. Probably at this point with 5% durability. We just replace it with that bludgeon we just grabbed. We'd hate for this to break during combat in a crucial moment where we're, you know, where I've calculated out we're sort of planning on our turn around a stun, and then we don't get it because the weapon breaks. Oh. Wasn't the head at 100%? Yeah, but you still just don't always get head armor drops. Yeah, 0% loot, but it'll get fixed up. Fixing a stringed instrument is not quite as trivial as the game's making it look. If you live in a northern climate, and you've got your heat running right now, and you keep your guitars out like I do, you need either in-home humidification or a little in-room humidification, and probably a humidistat, which you can just barely see. Actually, it's that little tiny black thing that tells you the indoor humidity levels. Because if the wood gets too dry too fast, it will crack and you'll have a ruined guitar. And it's not just a few tools to fix it up. When you crack the top of your guitar, it's a problem. When my loot breaks, I take it to the local fisherman. I feel like there is overlap between luthiers or guitar repairmen and fishing, actually, weirdly enough. Talking from experience, I worked at a guitar shop and saw many such cases of damaged guitars. And actually, yeah, I did have a guitar that had some humidity damage. Lack of humidity, I should say. But it's caused by the fluctuation. They usually, at least in the Midwest, the humidity makes it so that the difference, the delta from when they do shrink from the dehumidification is more damaging. So humidity can be a problem, but the damage comes from the process of drying them out. Yeah, there's a Vandal, which is kind of like a Brigand Raider light. So the Scoundrel is the equivalent of a thug. The robbers are like the lowest tier fast briggies. And then there's the poacher. This is a tough fight. Robber is sketchy at this point? No, I don't think so. The Vandal's the spooky one. No, the Vandal's the spooky one. The poacher I'm not so worried about. It'll just have like a staff sling or a short bow or a wonky bow. I don't even know if it can have a short bow. It might just be limited to the wonky bow or staff sling. I just spilled a tiny bit of coffee on my keyboard. I didn't like that. Just a little splash. Don't want that there. Just gotta keep a little hand towel. Poacher could be bad with a bow, yeah. The staff sling is the least threatening. But since we have hats on everyone, and we've got shields, it's not so spooky. Minus hit points on curse word is Not great. Okay. What about the guy on the east flank having an empty offhand on purpose? Guy on the east flank having an empty offhand on purpose. Foji? We've got between the ribs. So the idea is when we've got a surround, he can do probably more damage with his knife. I don't know if that's actually quite true. %10 more damage with the butter knife, but also the penetration, right? So if we've got like a good surround, I actually think that the fact that this is a 3 AP attack, I think it actually probably is better. So I actually do think between the ribs, if you've just got like a couple bros surrounding, makes the 3 AP stab with higher damage stats. Not much higher, right? 20 to 30% more damage. / 20 to 30% more armor ignore on top of the extra damage. I actually think it probably is worthwhile. A shield on him would contribute more to the combat by increasing your options. Now that I think I agree with. I think I do agree with that. I think giving him a shield makes sense. Okay, let's make sure we've got better armor on Curse Word. So let's make sure he's got like a better hat. And let's give him like this. He needs a stiletto? Yeah, he needs a better dagger. He needs a better dagger. What I'm actually going to do is just start with a shield in his pocket. But having that available, I think, is relevant, actually. I think Choppy Cat's right. Any other things I want to mix up or do? I don't think so. Pocket buckler on anyone? Yeah, maybe like Sir Kells. Right, the only thing I'd really want the pocket buckler for would be like on these bros. And that's a really like emergency kind of situation. Pocket buckler, pocket wooden shield. Hopefully when we go south he gets a Catal. Yeah. We just gotta beat up some assassins. Easy, you know? Okay. This is a spooky fight. No doubt about it. This is our first like spooky fight of this day. I made one fight spooky that didn't need to be, but this one genuinely is. But I think it's still a good fight. These brigands fights are important. They are what catapult us into the future. So, boy, I'm trying to push my chair forward, but I'm like stuck in a little divot. There we go. There we go. We gotta sit forward, sit up, loosen our hands, and fight some briggies. Okay, 9 of them. Both of the robbers, it looks like, spawned with the hooked blade. Sure. Poacher spawned with the wonky bow. Not too bad. We actually want this wonky bow, so that's fine. And then the Vandal spawned with just a short sword. So Vandal got some pretty light gear. So this actually looks pretty okay. This looks pretty okay. We're gonna scoot and shoot. Yeah, and jabs, and jabs. And they have quick hands. Right, so he will be able to move 2 hexes and throw on our front line. So, yeah, we want these jabs. The bundle of crude javelins is actually a huge boost to the team. And yeah, having a bow will be nice as well, right? So we're wanting these jabs. We want the wonky bows. We want the hooked blades. We want this dagger. We want what they have. They have it. We want it. Let's get it. Okay. So they can only shoot our front line shields, right where we're standing. So we can actually wait on the back line with no concern whatsoever. And I'm going to go ahead and shield wall now. I don't know if that's right, but the Vandal's going to throw jabs. The Poacher's going to shoot. Seems like a good idea to just go ahead and shield wall. Ah, they have ranged advantage. They have ranged advantage. Oh, whoa. What was that, sir? Oh my goodness. Well. They had a turn that just wasn't anything like what I expected. I don't know what the hell this was. I was ready for them to push up together, for the Poacher to shoot, because he could. I was ready for the Vandal to throw his jabs, because he could. The problem with blowing him up is I already shield walled. So we surround him, he gets 2 attacks. Now we probably just still do that, right? Weird. The Wonky Bow still can't one-tap Curse Word, so he can take a step up and attack. Yeah, we want the armor from the Vandal. We're just not going to get it. Foji could walk up and do a puncture. Well, not on this turn. Yeah, so I guess he's not going to either. Yeah, it would be awesome if he stayed back for that to happen, exactly. Like, we want this armor, but you know what we want even more than his armor? Him to die. Yeah, I think we push up with Curse Word. Curse Word can take 1 Wonky Bow attack and not die. And the quick shot can't hit him twice. We'll play a little music. I wonder if I attack with a Poacher with Mystic Nemo. No, we probably just go after this guy. These guys are going to go up just 1 hex, so I guess Sir Kells will stay where he is. So we're going to go up, approach like this. Tech Fiend could push up slightly further ahead of the rest. How did the last run end? We just got down to 10 bros, and that was not enough. Right, I mean, this bro is confident. I think we push Tech Fiend up. confident, best armor, 9 lives. So yeah, we don't move Foji up. Can't let this guy attack us twice. Riposte. And he hit Eldazara. Okay. So we attack on Curse Word, and I think we take a step back. I guess we can stand right here still. So Antiween can move up now. Yeah, I don't want him to eat the riposte attack, though, is the thing. But anything that contributes to surround, I want to just try to blow this guy up. We've got good damage, right? The thing is if I go for this attack, do I get to go before him in the next round? Yeah, as long as I attack him with some other people, which I will. So if we miss, he hits us with the riposte, but we still get to go before him. But only on Antiween, which maybe isn't enough. I think we wait. Let's see what these robbers do before I decide what to do with Falsers and the Chaucer. Eldazara can't attack because of his riposte. We're gonna have to open with Fulio. Tech Fiend, I think we hold off for just a moment. I want to see where these robbers go. And do I go for stun or regular attack? Actually, kind of leaning towards regular attack. Okay. We ate the riposte. Does Fulio need to shield wall? He might still need to shield wall based on where these two go, so I guess we have to wait. Okay. So Foji can get up here. We can either puncture or stab. I think we go for the puncture. Very nice. Pierced arm muscles. You love to see it. That's a huge amount of damage. 24 damage from a puncture. Oof. Downside to not playing our battle song. Alright, so we're going to shield wall across here. So we'll move Sir Kel's up just to here. Move Broadmetallic 2 up to here. Still go for stun. Got it. Shield wall, but I'm spooked for Falsers. I don't like where Falsers is at all. But he has to hold this top flank. Eldazara gets 2 attacks here, which is really good. Definitely shield wall here. And do I save fatigue? Commencing spooked protocol, my lord. Yeah. Yep. Definitely shield wall here. And similarly shield wall on the Chaucer. Now we could go here, but I don't want to. Not with the Chaucer. We could also go here, but I like contributing to the shield wall adjacency for both Tech Fiend and Falsers. Okay, very good. Okay. Do I push Eagledub up to attack this scoundrel to try to blow him up before his turn arrives? I won't be able to blow him up, maybe. Damage him, I guess, is all we get to do. Based on the situation in combat, though, I guess I'm not too worried about Fulio at the moment. I guess I want to see where these two brigand robbers attack. We could be concerned about Fulio if this robber hits him. If not, then I don't think we're concerned. So I think we don't know what we want to do with Eagledub yet. Broad Metal Look 2, I think we do know what we want to do, and that's just simply attack this guy and take a step back. It'll give Eagledub choices in the second half of the round. Okay. Alright, so that first attack gave Tech Fiend the cut leg muscles. Alright. Oh boy. So what we need to do is blow up this guy and push this guy so that Tech Fiend can back out. He can take one additional attack still because he's got 9 lives. Let us know when you want your brown pants, my lord. I think I already need them. So I think the play, yeah, we attack here with Sir Kells. I mean, this guy has to die. So end turn. Take a step up. Fling a rock there. Oh, my game is slightly laggy. What the hell's this? Okay. Good. So Eagledub's gonna walk up and attack here, right? Is that true? It's probably true. We'll just leave Mystic Nemo here. Okay, there's the 9 lives proc. Wow, we only had a 5% hit chance? Oh, I guess so. Good lord. Hit both of those 28% chance attacks. Good lord. Okay. Because we'll be faster than this guy next turn, and we need to do as much as we can to help the top side of the formation, I'm actually going to do 3 quick attacks. And end turn. That was depressing and disappointing. I almost kind of want to put in Tiwi in. Boy. Yeah, now we can't push. Now we can't push. Well, we could do a chain of pushes. But that's not the dream. Smashed Hand makes it so that Tech Fiend isn't going to be able to follow up with a push and likely get it. And actually, since he's fully stammed out, he can't even do it anyway. So it has to entirely be the Chaucer and Fulio. Man, this is bad. Those both hitting, both those bludgeons and this poacher moving here, all combined together. That's so bad. Yeah, we just have to stun that guy. Exactly. That's so hard, though. Right? That's so hard. We only get 2 attempts at the stun. Right, so there's 2 lines, basically. There's 2 major lines with lots of little decisions within. So the major lines are go for stun or go for chain of pushes. Chain of pushes is possible because the Chaucer can go here, push, Tech Fiend waits, Fulio pushes. So actually, technically, Tech Fiend waits, the Chaucer walks up, pushes, Fulio pushes, Tech Fiend walks away. Chain of pushes seems inconsistent. Well, I mean, is that true though? That's probably more consistent than the stun. Knockback has an additional 25% chance to hit. Knockout does not. Knockout does not have any hit chance bonus, and even when we hit, there's a 25% chance that we don't get the stun. Yeah, so the second push is a 50% chance, right? However, if we look at our hit chance against this guy, right? So he's got 13 melee defense. With 53, and we don't have reach advantage in either case, we're going to be 53 versus 13, so 40% chance to stun. So actually 30% chance to stun, right? 30% chance to stun, or we have a 65% chance to push, and then half of 65% chance to push. Isn't the second push just going to push him back to the same spot? It can. It's a 50-50 if it works like vanilla. And then Fulio, I guess, actually technically has different melee skill. Oh boy. What we can do, so a way of kind of determining this, is we could have Antiween go up, attempt to stun this scoundrel. If he succeeds, we can go for both stuns. If he fails, I think the chain of pushes is probably correct. And if Fulio had more fatigue, he would be able to get a second chance too, but he doesn't. I don't think there's any other major events on the battlefield that would influence this. Or any other things we can do. I mean, Igladub will get an attack, but none of it will be possibly lethal. We could maybe hit this guy, but it's not going to kill him. Right. Falsters is going to get a couple attacks. We could try to disrespect zone of control and have Falsters go for a push. So maybe that's better. If Falsters disrespects zone of control, goes here, then does the push, that means the Chaucer can go into here, hop over, right? And then we get 2 attempts at a push, both of which are guaranteed to push him here. I think that line is actually better. I've never had a bit of respect for zone of control. Good. So it's a line we can look at. All right, it's a line we can attempt. We can have the Chaucer or the Falsters make 2 attempts at disrespecting zone of control to get to here. He's got a shield. This guy's got 1 of reach advantage. Pretty low hit chance, actually. I think the chain of pushes is the line. And then we run Tech Fiend out. Given that, and I do think that's the best choice, I don't want to put Antiween here to go for this miracle stun, because we're not going to get... That's just not going to happen. Right? We're not going to be able to get in for multiple stuns, most likely. Even if Falsters failed his zone of control disrespect. So I think we go here on Antiwian and stun this guy. So Falser's going to disrespect zone of control successfully. And push. Okay. End turn. Wait on Tech Fiend. Move the Chaucer in here and push. And then we get an attempt on with the Chaucer and Fulio. Now the Chaucer's in a dangerous spot here a little bit. Okay, we can't miss those. So Fulio has to hit his. Has to. We can move Eldazara here now. And do. Could we cause a morale loss by attacking and killing? Maybe. Okay, this has to hit. We're good. Oh. Anyway, I have to change my pants after this fight. Well, I guess we're not out of it yet, though. Is the thing. Technically, this poacher will have a shot. No, he won't. He's in melee. All right, we're definitely gonna bandage next turn. Okay, that was the risk. Specifically with these attacks on the Chaucer. And still is a risk, actually. Have to change names from the chubby you're getting with all this tension. The old chub scout. Okay. Is the Chaucer though he's fine? Pretty sure he needs armor to be fine. And I'm going to contribute to surround bonus. Sir Kells has a big chunk of hit points. That's fine. Just curse word, let's try to kill this guy. Yeah. Go here and puncture. Don't laugh at me. Stop nail biting over Christmas and I'm gonna do it again. The problem is like this guy. I keep showing like highlighting this guy, and we're gonna stun him with Antiwian, but I really don't like that line. I think we just go for these two attacks here. Which maybe wasn't right, because then Broad Metal F2 doesn't get an attack. Oh, come on. You really hit that? You hit that? You hit that? Okay, so we can't let this scoundrel get in and get on Antiwian. I really don't like Antiwian on this Hex either. Ah, lordy. But yeah, we can't let the scoundrel get here. That's absolutely unacceptable. And then there's no other play other than just going for the stun here. And Fulio's got 9 as well, so he can head up into this Hex. I probably should have Falsers attack this robber here. It's going to be either that or shield push. No, not shield push. He's got a reach weapon. What am I talking about? Ooh. Okay. Undoubtedly, the Chaucer's just going to need a shield wall. I can't imagine any other line. They're going to get to go before him, though, which is so bad. I really wish the Chaucer weren't wavering. Still have the fatigue for an attack. I kind of think I do it. I kind of think that's true. It can cause an injury on this top robber. Fulia's gonna go in and get for a stun on this one. No, he won't have the fatigue for that. No, we're not going to get a second turn on the Chaucer if they succeed on an attack, so we use the rest of this fatigue, and I think we just attack here. That is really not very much melee defense. So we're making this guy more crowded, and I think we just attack here. Yeah, bandages on Tech Fiend. Broad Metal Luck 2 to here just for the resolve check. Is there any other line what I'd want to do with Broad Metal Luck 2? I don't think so. Hey, that was good. Now, anywhere else I move him that's relevant? No. Alright. The robbers are faster than me, so they're going to get 2 attacks. There's 2 bros at risk. The Chaucer and Eldazare. Their weapons can one-tap both of them. This is bad. Move him to bait some attack. Nah, they're not going to attack him. They're going to go for the kill. They see blood. We could lose a bro here. Which, you know, is like a cascading thing of like, we had to take a bad positional play to save a bro, but now there's the chaining effects. Yeah, Robber's pretty sketch after all. Curse Word, I guess we'll just... Now, would they ever attack Curse Word? Oh, this guy, Eagle It Up gets to go before this robber here. Huh, okay. And I don't know who this robber will choose to attack. He's gonna have crowded, like really crowded. So he's gonna have minus 20% hit chance. So he's actually only gonna have like essentially 38. So his hit chance is actually pretty low. Okay. So we have to attack this robber. Shit. No! 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 And I saw the little black smoke come out. Just killing him out of anger now. Damn. It's early enough. A restart feels in order. Yeah. That was going to be such a fun squad to play. I was really excited about our weird wedge formation that I dreamed up. Yeah, team being messed up is whatever. That'll get fixed up. Team being messed up is whatever, but losing a bro is unacceptable this early. I would just restart. Ugh. Yeah, if the Warfork would have hit... I can't remember how much armor he had left, but I suspect it was low enough that it was a one-shot to kill. Or maybe he was wavering, right? So it would have got him to fleeing. Guards by day 7 is no. No, not necessarily. I mean, I think... I don't know that I made any mistakes in that fight. But Lady Luck was not on our side. I think the lines to do the cascading pushes was correct. But it did have the, you know, the chain result. The one downside is, like, again, not having 9 lives on early recruits. Had the Chaucer had 9, he'd have lived, right? Yeah, getting hit on the duel, the 20, I mean, we had a lot of, you know, the duel 28% after both of the hooked blades hit. The mistake was missing too many hits, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't think, I'd have to watch it again. Those fights are interesting, though. But I don't suspect I made any meaningful misplays. No blunders, anyway. Biggest mistake is having low attack, yeah. Well, I'm going to press the stop recording button to do a new recording to split this video into 2. Pink Unicorn Lover, thank you for the subscription. All right, so we're going to hit stop recording.